Hey, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they are making some changes to the lineups once practice has just gotten started again. And some of the setbacks that you saw, some of the setbacks that happened in this preseason loss to Houston, I think they're having a ripple effect across the roster. And one of those things were intimated by Coach Mike Tomlin as the players picked up practice again at St. Vincent. And this is straight from him. We saw some things in the stadium we did not like. We catered a lot of the work we did here today to address some of that. So what's some of that work? I would say the first work is at center. Nate Herbig, he continued to take snaps with the first team, but he did not take all of them. Rookie second rounder Zach Frazier, he started rotating in with the first team offense. He is going to be the pivot to possibly solve what happened here. And it's just a small part of some of the shifting of the O-line. And it's also partially because of an injury that was sustained. And you guys know what it is. I hate saying it, but Troy Fautanu, he had an injury coming out of this game. The team is saying that it's minor. It might be just a week, but this is going to make a little halt on Broderick Jones moving to left tackle. And you guys, I want you to check out this source. It is always fantastic. This is on Trib Live, kind of talking through some of this stuff. So Fautanu, he's typically going to be out about a week because of the knee sprain. They promised that's all it was. No serious damage. And Jones ended up doing double duty at right tackle on Sunday. He played there with the first and second teams. And this is to hear more from Tomlin. We're really optimistic about a quick return from him. We'll take it day by day. And we're looking at Frazier seeing some extended playing time with the first team in the second preseason game. We've got Herbig and Fields messing up having those two bad snaps. I can talk about that a little bit more. But after this happened, Frazier, he took over and he played really well. He played well into the second half. He had 39 snaps to Herbig's only 9 snaps. Now, it's preseason. I'm not sure if this is a changing the guard, but you're looking at a guy with Herbig. He's essentially a guard playing center. He played most of his career at guard. I think he might be under 100 snaps at center total. You can check me on that. But he's just there, in my opinion, to shore up the position for 4 to 8 weeks until Frazier is ready to go. But the thing to think about is, does this fast track it? Does this make Frazier immediately ready to take over this spot? And this is talking about our boy Frazier. This is from Tomlin. He has in-stadium exposure now, so it's reasonable to expect him to be significantly better this week. We're going to position him to do so with an increased workload. I think it's going to be really interesting how the exchange issues between Fields and Herbig, how that affects Frazier becoming the center here. I personally think that Frazier should fast track into the starting center position sooner rather than later. But here's the thing. When you have a rookie that's starting out as a center in the NFL, it's like essentially being the quarterback of the offense, right? There is a quarterback, but can we say second quarterback? He's got to pick up coverages. He's got to put people in the proper position. There is just so much for a center to do when he starts playing the pro game, and that adjustment to college, it can't be easy. So we're looking at this game. We saw some positives, right? Fields, he really flashed. He looked really good at times. But this pair of fumbled snaps, it kind of stalled the first 2 drives. It disrupted the offense totally. And Fields is looking to make Fields is looking to make an argument to take this starting job. And these mistakes are what really stuck out during this game. And to hear more from Tomlin, I thought he did some nice things, but obviously he was a component of the center quarterback exchange. From my perspective, that's dual responsibility on the center and the quarterback. And it's hard to put all of it at the feet of Justin Fields. It negates a lot of good things going on in those first couple drives. And that's from Coach T. I think Frazier did look better, but we're not going to think that Herbig is done. And I think the Steelers' tendency, right, it's still to make rookies earn their spot no matter what. So you really never know. It was the first preseason game. But if you look back at Joey Porter Jr. last year, he didn't just automatically get that starter's position. He had to earn it. And I think the same thing is going to happen with Frazier. Herbig, at the very least, is great depth. Herbig is not done. Frazier looked promising. Fautanu struggled in pass protection a little bit, but he showed good glimpses. He played well out in space. But if you look at this, are these two fumbles Fields' fault? I mean, not 100% of the time, but a good rule of thumb, right, is to tell whose fault it was. It depends on where the ball goes. So typically if it goes up and if it hits the quarterback in the hands and then it goes down, if you look at the trajectory of the ball, that's typically the quarterback's fault. But if it hits the hands and shoots back and goes behind the quarterback, that's typically the center's fault. And it's not perfect science, but it's maybe a way that we can look at these and see whose fault they were. So by that, the ball went up and then it went down. These both appeared to be Justin Fields' fault. And according to ESPN's Brooke Pryor, Herbig took 100% of the blame for this. And this is to hear from him. And I don't really want to hear from him. Let's just hear from Fields. We're just shooting ourselves in the foot. Fumbled snap, I think all three phases. So we can definitely be better in that part. And I think the snapping part, we just got to be on the same page. I'll put that on me, just be on the same page and knows who's in that center and know how to adjust and what I need to do. Offense was in a really good rhythm when he was leading. The fumbled snaps, they killed the team's momentum. Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin, he agreed. And Tomlin, he sent Fields a clear message during the quarterback battle in training camp. I think he might have blown an opportunity here to show that he was absolutely ready to be quarterback one. And Russell Wilson, he's expected to play against Buffalo this coming Saturday. And given the mistakes by Fields and Herbig, one would assume that Wilson will get the starting reps against the Bills. And if Fields has any chance to take this QB1 job in camp, he'll have to do it by impressing the coaching staff on the second unit for a bit. And that or Wilson will have to fumble his opportunity as well. So you guys let me know what you think regarding the center position, regarding the shifting that the Steelers have to do on this offensive line, and what you guys think is the right thing for your team. Is it substitute the center in for the rookie? Is it play Russell Wilson now? Is that all you needed to see from Justin Fields? Coming from a Bears guy, I'm a Justin Fields fan, but this is starting to give me some memories of when he was a Chicago Bear and kind of messing up these small things while flashing at the same time. You guys let me know what you think. Enjoy this offseason, and we'll talk soon. See ya.